I'm not as concerned about Sauce Gardner playing a lot of man coverage against DK Metcalf. That's why you're paid what you are. That's why you're a multi-time All-Pro, and go out there and do it. And if they hit a big one at one point, that's okay. You just, for the long haul, you got to be able to try to take DK Metcalf out of this game, because then you know exactly what they're going to do. They are going to run heavy personnel 12 and 13. And they are going to run play action boots, and they are going to work John Smith, Pat Fryer, and Darnell Washington type of little underneath dump offs on these rollouts. And we'll see how much they want Rodgers to move around on those rollouts. But they are going to throw little slip screens to Jalen Warren and swing passes to Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell. They are going to throw short passes and tight end screens to John Smith. They're going to look for Freiermuth in the middle of the field. There's not a number 2 wide receiver on this team that scares you, and the Jets are well equipped to handle number 2 wide receivers. I would play a lot of man coverage. I've said this before. I would ask Stevens to go out there and maybe get his hands on a Jonnu Smith, or get his hands on, one of the tight ends as well, and say, hey, because he's a bigger guy and he could tackle. So I think when it comes down to it, it's cliche and it might be stupid, and I wish I can give a more complex breakdown, but Quinn Williams and obviously the big boys and Briggs, and I believe his name is Horrible Harry on Twitter. I want to make sure I have that right.
Big Harry.
Yeah, right. It's amazing. But in all seriousness, like Harrison Phillips and Quinn Williams and Jawan Briggs, they're going to have to sink their cleats into the ground and play some big boy football and hold the line. Jermaine is going to have to do that at times. Honestly, heat up Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yep. Hit him early.
If you trust Sauce Gardner in enough man coverage, and nobody sits in man coverage 100% of the time anymore, but you understand what I'm saying. If you trust Sauce on DK and you're not scared of their number 2 receiver, and you feel like your safeties and corners and even linebackers can contain, and they're going to have enough film on this from last year with Arthur Smith, contain the tight ends and the running backs in the pass game, not stop, but contain them. Heat them up. Hit him a couple times. Make him throw the ball around. Play fast. And that's going to include blitzing Sherwood. That's going to include blitzing Quincy. That's going to include blitzing Stevens.